Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. Looking at Psalm 111. Remember, Psalm 111 and 112 are twin psalms. They go together, probably written by a Levite or someone that we don't know exactly who the person was, but lived after the captivity of Israel in Babylon. They're back in the land. They're the remnant. They're surrounded by enemies. They're not getting the help from the Persians they thought maybe they would get as they reestablished the nation, rebuilt the temple, rebuilt the city walls. Haggai the prophet, and Ezra wrote about this time, and now we have this man writing, or this psalmist writing this poem or this psalm to remind the people of the goodness of God and the works of God, especially the works of God, as you will see in this passage. And he gave them at least 4 things to do when they felt discouraged, when they felt down, when they felt disappointed. 4 things to do. The 4 things in this chapter he said you should do when you're facing a time of disappointment, of discouragement, is 1, still praise the Lord and worship Him in verse 1. In verses 2 through 6, remember the Lord's great works. And then in verses 7 through 9, rely upon God's word instead of your feelings. And then lastly, obey His will, obey His commandments. And we'll see that over here over the next couple days. So what do you do when you're discouraged? Well, number 1, you praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Worship the Lord. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. In verse 1, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Anyway, I will praise the Lord with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. This sounds like a vow that this psalmist is making. No matter what I'm facing, I will praise the Lord. I will seek Him with my whole heart. I'll look up instead of look around and looking inside at my feelings. I'll look up and praise Jehovah, Yahweh, the great I am. I'll remember who Jesus is and all that He has done for me. I'll praise Him. And not only will I do it individually, I will do it in the congregation of the upright. And that's what he says, in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. There's nothing like having a small group, someone and a group of people who will encourage you when you're down. You cannot be a Lone Ranger Christian. You need to get around the hot coals of fire of other believers who are on fire for the Lord, even when you're discouraged. And the sad thing is, so many of us, we want to isolate ourselves. We want to get alone all by ourselves and have our little pity parties and not be around any other believers. But not only will I praise the Lord individually, I will go where other Christians and other believers who are walking uprightly, when they praise the Lord. And then we see in verses 2 through 6, I'll remember the works of the Lord. And so not only do I look up, I look around to see what the Lord has done. And notice the works of the Lord are great. They're studied by all those who have pleasure in them. Man alive, we breathe air. We look at the sky and see the wonderful works of God, the stars at night. We see the wonders of God in the birds and in nature, and God, the people that God has created, and the wonderful things that God allowed and has given them the mind and ingenuity to do. We look to the great work of Jesus Christ on the cross of Calvary, and my friend, we take pleasure in our salvation and who Jesus is. His work is honorable and glorious, and His righteousness endures forever. God never changes. Oh, surely everything changes around us, but not God. He's made His wonderful works to be remembered. God, that word there, remembered, is like memorial. God has set memorials in our life. He set memorials in the Word of God. The cross is a memorial. The resurrection is a memorial. You can look to that time and that place and know it's a time to be remembered. The great works of God are memorials. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion. Most of the time our pity party is because we have failed, we have sinned, we've strayed from God, we've done wrong. wrong, and we feel the guilt, we feel the burden of all that and the consequences of it, and we want to quit. Well, my friend, read this psalm, be encouraged, look up, and then look around to see what God has done. Well, God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.